out of my bed. My back was really aching. My eyes were cherry red. It's just the morning after. I don't remember who was here. I'll eat a slice of that cold pizza and wash it down with warm beer. I got that not so fresh feeling from my head down to my toes. I think I had a good time. Heaven only knows. It's just the morning after. Lord, it's funky up in here. Help me now, yeah. I'll eat a slice of cold pizza and wash it down with warm beer. Yeah, you got it now, hey.
Yeah, you got it now. Hey, welcome to the Morning After with JP and Big Joe. I'm JP. Right over there is Big Joe. How you doing, man?
Yeah, hey.
Yeah, beautiful. That's you.
That is me.
Hey, did
What
you just bick your head like 5 minutes ago?
No, I didn't. I was
That
just
thing-
wearing headphones.
It's looking great. It's shiny as fuck.
You know, I need to put some more stuff behind me because I mean, I bet you'd be able to, if I was like right here.
Oh yeah, let's do this on the air. That's good. Let's work out your camera while we're live. No, maybe you can just get another Sharks poster right behind you, and it could be like columns. You know what I mean?
like
I'm a little up. I'm bummed, Joe. Yesterday you sent me a Marco Polo video, and you had your beard in a new style, and it's gone.
Yeah.
What happened? You had these sick ass braids. You look like Gigi Allen.
Yeah, no, I always have the braids.
Yeah, but you're not rocking them right now. I wanted to see. You were like,
I
I got
constantly change it. You know what's different is I shaved the sides. The beard went all the way up here.
That's it. Something looked different. Yeah. Okay.
And
It
then,
wasn't
yeah,
just
I
the
kind of had the
braids.
same. Well, you can't tell though, is my ties are the color of the show.
Oh, I can see that. Well done. Well done. Beautiful touch, Joe. I love it. That's why you're a great host. Hey, folks. Thank you for joining us today. It's Thursday morning. As you guys know, we do this shit on Thursdays now, not Fridays. Thank you for joining us. We've got Cliff Hendrix on the broadcast today. Super stoked about this one. Wrestler, East Bay Pro Wrestling. He's been making a name for himself around the Bay Area in EBPW. Pardon me. Joe, you've seen Cliff wrestle a few times, haven't you?
I'd say about 2 or 3 times, yeah.
2 or 3 times.
Live.
Yeah.
And then he's got some matches online too, and they've been doing an online event, East Bay Pro Wrestling.
That's
which
right. You're talking about.
that.
Sorry to cut you off, but you're talking about Sanitized, right?
Yeah.
Yes. East Bay Pro Wrestling. It's actually a pretty cool thing they're doing. It's called Sanitized, and you can actually buy all 10 of the first episodes for $20. It's like a donation thing. You donate $20 to East Bay Pro Wrestling, you get all 10 of their Sanitized series. Yeah, they send it over to you, and I believe they got a second one coming up, but we're going to talk to Cliff about that pretty soon. Very excited about that. Joe, getting a comment here already. Cool shirt, Joe. Looking good. You want to show that shirt off?
You want to take it off, man?
Take it completely off and hold it in front of the camera.
No, it's
what is
something
that?
I found on the Metallica website. I don't know if it was the Metallica website, but I was definitely fishing around looking for the Cliff Burton shirt for Cliff Burton Day.
So, was that? Then you told me earlier that's a Cliff Burton comic shirt. Is there an
it's like
existing?
him. He almost is like he's floating through space and he's whacking 2 dudes with his bass. And he's got like a silver surf. It doesn't seem like the camera really wants to focus on it.
Oh, I can see it. I can see it.
Can you?
Is there an actual existing Cliff Burton comic? Because there should be.
I don't know, but I bet you there's something out there because years ago I had a Megadeth comic book, and I don't know if it was made by the band.
Was Dave the hero? Was Dave Mustaine the big hero of the day?
I think Dave was in it. It was about a guy in a mosh pit, and he'd like destroy mosh pits, but he did karate kick James in the head.
So in this very spiteful Megadeth comic book, James Hetfield gets kicked in the head?
Yeah, because
come on.
It wasn't made by the band, I can tell you that.
Okay.
Dave knows karate, and so Dave karate kicks James in the head, and I think in the same comic book too, they discovered that Metallica was abducted by aliens, and so that's why they changed their sound and cut their hair, because it was really aliens. And so Metallica with Cliff Burton returns to Earth to fight the other Metallica with Jason Newsted.
That's actually sick.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. They're all metal out, still wearing leather.
That was the Megadeth comic?
I think it was. I can't remember. I had this in high school.
It seems to be all about Metallica.
Well, and then also because what it was is Metallica approached David Ellison to play bass in Metallica after Cliff had died, which I don't think that ever happened.
Is that real, or is that?
I don't know, but I remember that being a part of the comic book. And
it's in the comic.
Yeah, in the comic.
Okay.
And I remember in the comic book, Dave was like, "What, you're approaching my bass player? What the hell?" And he then karate kicks James in the head.
So this is Metallica Megadeth fan fiction.
Maybe that's what it is.
Wow.
But it was an actual comic book. It had a real cover. It had the Megadeth guy on there from Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good.
How long ago would you say this was?
2002, anywhere from there below. Because I got it, I think, my junior or senior year, and I graduated in 2003.
I am seeing some Megadeth. If I Google search Megadeth comic, I'm getting some things like Megadeth Death by Design, Cryptic Writings of Megadeth. Hold on, let's check. Is it Chaos Comics? Chaos, they make real comics.
Maybe.
Hold on. Let me.
Chaos the band with a K?
No, from Hayward though. I know Chaos with a K.
Yeah.
They're from Hayward. This is what I'm looking at. Is this what you saw?
That looks pretty familiar.
Okay. Cryptic Writings of Megadeth. Man, I love how whoever wrote it just went off and made a whole little fan fiction fantasy about alien. What is it? Aliens took Metallica, and then there's a new Metallica.
Yeah, they replaced them with the Load and Reload and Justice for All Metallica.
The short hair guys, right?
The short hair guys.
Yeah.
With Jason Newsted.
With Newsted. Yeah, love Jason Newsted.
I do too, actually.
I got a question. If
you do?
Well, no, it's not really a question.
Oh.
Hold on, now I'm looking at all sorts of different. Did they make a whole series of these fucking things?
I know I had a couple, and then I don't know why I stopped.
There's a bunch of them. Oh man, I secretly wish Dave Mustaine was behind this, and he's just still after all these years just mega spiteful.
There's their way and there's our way.
Because I don't know, I kind of figured in his head all that stuff was behind him, the beef between Megadeth and Metallica. But this looks like it was in the 90s or the 2000s, where the beef might have been still hot.
Before they did Saint Anger Therapy.
Oh boy. Let's see here. Cool Macho Man shirt JP's. That's me. Macho Madness.
There you go. I thought it said Nacho.
Stop.
No, I did. I didn't see the lower part, and I was like, "What is that?"
Don't do this. Don't mess with me this early in the show. Let's talk pro wrestling. Oh, we're gonna get into it, baby. We're gonna get into it. Did you watch any pro wrestling this week, Joe?
You know what? I didn't. I talked a little bit of pro wrestling.
I'm always trying to get you to watch NXT. Did you?
You know what? I honestly like NXT a little bit more than the regular SmackDown and Raw.
By far. They just had a big pay-per-view on was it Sunday? I think it was Sunday. Their takeover pay-per-view. It was cool. I think the takeover pay-per-views are starting to get a little repetitive, but still a good show. Still a good show.
I
I'm
know
sad
that
you
I
missed
was
it.
just reading on the WWE network that they just added a new Japan wrestling to their like couple matches on their
Really?
page.
On the WWE network?
Yeah.
New Japan.
I think it was Huey's brother posted
Oh, okay.
on Twitter or Instagram some pictures and some. No, I found some other website or somebody
Okay.
else's profile on Instagram,
Uh-huh.
and he had some clips of the fight and like, hey, check this move out. You know, you can watch this whole match. Now they have that.
Oh, I actually haven't clicked on the WWE network in a little while. I don't want to say why, but the point is I'm still watching the pay-per-views, but just not on the
Oh, I thought that's where you get them.
I don't think I should say what I was going to say out loud, so I'm not going to say
You know,
it.
let's keep that penis talk
But
to yourself.
I know, I will say this, I don't care. Joe, I know that you have our password for. Did we give you our password for the WWE network?
You did, and I never logged in.
Okay, so I got to give it back to you, and you got to catch up on some NXT, man. They had some sweet shows.
It was like Taco 29, right?
That's it. Taco 29. Everybody's going to try to log in right now and try to get some free WWE network. Did you hear the WWE network is going to merge with Peacock, the NBC streaming service?
I thought they already had it in some level.
I don't know, but I know that they're going to, like, everything that's going to be on the network is going to be part of Peacock now.
Okay.
And I think I was going to get Peacock anyway because of The Office.
Right.
So, yeah. Anyway, now I'm sold. Hell yeah, NXT is where it's at. As far as wrestling on television goes, I'd say I've been watching some AEW too, a little bit. It's been kind of interesting. Have you been getting into any AEW, Joe?
You know, honestly, it didn't catch me. I tried to watch it. I like the Rhodes on there. Both the Rhodes is his. And, you know, Sting's on there now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I just, there was something about it that I just couldn't get on board. I don't want to say I couldn't get on board with it, but
well,
the match
I'd like to hear why, because you know, at first when I tuned into AEW for the first time, I kind of got the same feeling, like I wasn't sure. I knew I didn't want to expect WWE because I don't want a second WWE. I want AEW to do what they do. But then, like, certain things that WWE does really well, you notice that AEW doesn't do very well. Like when we had Henry on the show a few months ago, he brought up the audio. It was a very good point. Like, there's something about the audio is much different on AEW. WWE has they have their formula to make things sound and look really big, when I think AEW is sort of struggling to catch up with that. But it looks like they've got it now. I don't know. Henry was pretty adamant about the audio thing. He went and saw it live. So I think he said the sound of it live was like different. It just didn't sound like a wrestling show, which is really a strange observation, but it's an astute observation.
There you go. What about the other one? The other one that got hot for a second, the other wrestling company. Are they
Impact?
still around? What is it?
Impact?
Yeah, are they still doing that?
They are. They're actually sort of like in a merge. They're kind of like working with AEW now, which is really cool. It's like, yeah, they're doing a little collab, and I think that's fucking sick, actually, because I don't know, anything that threatens the big WWE like mountain, I'm all for. Like, that is so fun. Like, and that's what
Takes it
wrestling
up a
should
little
be.
bit, you know,
Yeah.
and gives you some more options, and
It only makes each product better, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not used to having nights off like how I have been. I need to really start getting my schedule down and sitting down in front of the TV and watching nightly programs again.
Well, now you've got the Wednesday Night Wars, because NXT goes head to head with AEW on Wednesday nights now at like 8 o'clock. So you get to choose if you have two monitors like me. It's the way to
You
go.
just watch them both at the same time.
I haven't, but I could if I wanted to. But
I think that's the new Wednesday trend.
yeah, just double up on the monitors and watch both. I mean, yeah, everybody deserves ratings.
It's too real times two.
It's too real. Oh,
It's
boy.
too real.
Well,
Real.
what do you say? I mean, we're doing all this wrestling talk. Why don't we bring a guy on who actually knows what he's talking about?
Might be a good idea.
Yeah, I've been watching my whole life. I know you've been watching your whole life, but we don't know the ins and the outs, really. We think we do, but we don't. You think you know, but you have no idea. This is MTV True Life. Or was it Diary? MTV Diary, Blink 182. Anyway. Anyway, folks, Cliff Hendrix is going to join us in a minute here from East Bay Pro Wrestling. We've got a clip of the man in action. Let's see it. Let's see Cliff Hendrix.
Hendrix, complete shot, yes. He got all of that. And now he might be looking to finish off McBride. Got him. McBride falls out.
Everybody's just slipping out of vertical suplexes in this match.
Up, leaping DDT. He hit that earlier.
Yeah, there's only so many of those you can take in a match.
Oh shit! Jumping DDT. Yeah. Thanks to Phoenix Pro Wrestling for that clip. But let's, without further ado, let's bring the man on, Cliff Hendrix. How you doing, Cliff?
Dude, that was awesome. I've never even seen that.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Phoenix Pro Wrestling. I stole that from their YouTube, but I gave them credit, So, hey, man, thanks for joining us on the broadcast today. How you doing?
Dude, I'm great. I know it's been a long time coming. I know me and Joe have been talking for a few months trying to get this all worked out, and I'm glad that finally it's here. It's happening.
Yeah, man. Joe, how did you discover Cliff? I know you had been attending some indie shows.
So yeah, the indie shows are really close to where I was living, my hometown of Benicia, California. And I had some business out in Concord anyways, but I always went to Concord and Martinez for everything. And I don't know how I came across it, but I found out that it was live wrestling in Concord and Martinez, And honestly, I kind of gotten out of wrestling as time went on. I got a little bit older. I thought WWE got a little too showy. It doesn't matter. But I went and saw this. I brought my kids to it, and I fell in love with it. There was a different. It was different, and it was live, and it was real, and it made me think of being in a metal band. Like, you're showing up, you're hanging out with the other bands, and you go on stage and you fucking kill it, and then you go off stage and you watch the other bands come on, and I fell in love with it instantly. So I saw Cliff, and I was like, Cliff Hendrix. And then he comes out and with a Metallica tattoo, comes out with Metallica. I'm like, okay, this is my guy right here, and it was a lot of fun.
So, Cliff, you have a Metallica tattoo.
I do, actually, yes.
And it's the there it is, the classic Ninja Star logo. Joe said he might have spotted a Sepultura tattoo on it. Is that true?
This one?
Yeah. What is
that? That is a Slipknot.
Okay.
I thought that was
yeah.
Well,
yeah, this was earlier, like a Rise or the one before Rise. They have like an S logo.
Sorry, buddy. You were wrong. It was close, but you were wrong.
I'm never wrong.
So
look, for you, it could be a Sepultura tattoo.
Yes. Supple not.
So, Cliff, man, you're originally from Memphis, right?
I am, yes.
How long have you been out here?
I've been out here most of my life now. I moved out here when I was 10, and I'm 26 now. So 16 years here in the Bay Area in Vallejo, California. Hell yeah.
Okay. So, Vallejo, 707. Say it backwards.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, man, you were the former Wrestling Warzone champion. You just lost it, but you were never pinned.
Never pinned. I will stand by that to this day. Sarza is just keeping the belt warm for me.
Okay. So what's up? When's the rematch happening?
Stay tuned. You'll find out.
Okay. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, Sanitize, the East Bay Pro Wrestling, I don't know what we're calling it, a series, I guess. It's all available. You can donate $20 and get the whole series. It's a sick idea. Tell us a little bit about the process, about how Sanitize works. I mean, you're showing up to the venue, there's no crowd. What's it been like wrestling with no crowds and sort of wrestling for the camera?
It's a whole nother experience. We all know how to wrestle in front of people. We all know how to get the reactions we want to. You know how to get the cheers and the boos. But without that crowd there really is obviously an element missing. So you have to sort of adapt to the changing, landscape around us. It's certainly taught me a lot about about wrestling because who you wrestling for when no one's there? So you have to, that camera is your best friend at that point. You know, all the moves you hit have to look great. The beauty about editing shows is that we get redos. so you know, if something messes up, man, if something really goes horribly wrong, you can kind of save it in post. But obviously, you don't get that during a live show. Not that we're encouraging, you know, people to, you know, just go out there and do whatever. But
not like you've ever needed an edit or anything. But
of course not. No, yeah. Who the hell do you think I am?
Oh man. So you know, I was watching an interview with you, and you mentioned that you made your wrestling debut like less than a year after you began training, right?
Yeah. Is
that normal?
Not necessarily. It's normal if you put in the time and the effort. I trained 3 to 4 days a week. Wow. And that's a lot, you know, 2 hours in the ring, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Down at so this is our second building at East Bay. The first building is actually just across the way from where our building is now. I was trained under Anton Voorhees. That's my first trainer, and trained with him for I think the first half of my career so far for like 2 years, and then now I'm training under Rick Luxury over at East Bay, and we just added a 5th day on Sundays. So I'm in the ring. I'm in the ring a lot. So normally anyone can debut if you're good enough and you put the time and effort in, anywhere from like 6 months to like a year and a half.
Wow. Were you ready to go? Were you like, let's fucking do this? Or were you like, I don't know, man, I need a little more time? Did they kind of push you out there? Or were you like, fucking put me out there?
So luckily I had the backing of Anton and Maynard Skinner, the owner of East Bay. They you know, they come up to me and like, hey, we think you're ready. I'm gonna put you on this card on this day against Alexis Derevko. And I look at them and I say, great, cool, I'm ready. But deep down inside, I'm like, oh shit, am I ready? I don't know if I'm ready for this. This might be too soon. You know, I'm starting to, you know, and it's obviously it's just it's emotions talking at that point. Yeah. I had all the confidence in the world of like, yeah, I'm going to go out there and do my best. But, you know, deep down, I'm just like, oh boy, this is all the work I've put in. This is all the work I've put in to this that's led to this very moment. And needless to say, like, yeah, I think it's been a fun ride so far.
Yeah, that's it seems just terrifying. You know what I mean? Because not only are you doing something that's technically it's terrifying. You're doing physical stuff there with your body. I mean, you've got the whole, God, I don't want to fuck this up.
Dude, and that's all that runs through your head. That's all that runs through your head. Wow. Every match I go out in, no matter how many times I go over it in my head, no matter how many times I talk it over, all the moves, it's just, I don't want to fuck this up. And I think that's what keeps me from failing.
Who are some of your favorite guys to work with in in East Bay Pro Wrestling? Like guys that maybe make you feel more comfortable when you're in the ring?
I would definitely say the man that took my belt, Surza. Me and him, just, I don't know what it is. We just got you've got something. You got like a chemistry there that just works.
Yeah.
D-Rogue.
You've got a lot of matches with D-Rogue.
Yeah, that
against
guy.
him, tag teaming with him.
Yeah.
What's going on? You guys got like a love-hate thing going on.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is. You know, we'll see each other. You know, one day we're tagging, next day I'm up against them. You know, it's all love at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's a friendly competition.
That guy's he's giving me a lot of love in the ring and even backstage. He's giving me a lot of advice. Really one of the first guys to make me believe in myself that I can, that I'm better than who I am currently, and he's pushed me to the next level.
Wow, man. Yeah, we all need somebody to give you that confidence, man. That's awesome. So, you know, right before we went on the air, I was checking out your setup back there, and I was like, man, you got some sick anime stuff going on.
Oh yeah, tons of it, man. I
sort of pointed over at Joe because I don't know too much about anime. I was like, Joe, what do you like, and what do you see on the wall back there? And Joe, what are some animes that you like, and what can you identify on the wall back there?
You know, I really can't identify much. I mean, I see Dragon Ball Z,
Of course.
but I mean, again, the main popular ones are the ones I really know. Akira, Dragon Ball Z. There was the new Dragon Ball that I got halfway through, and Attack on Titan is probably one of the cooler ones out right now. I don't know if it's still out, but those are pretty mainstream. So anything other than that,
Yeah, Cliff, what are some of your favorite animes?
Oh man. So as you can, I've got Dragon Ball. If I can, yeah, there it is. Dragon Ball tattoo right here.
Damn.
I've got a Naruto. If I can, there it is. Oh, there it is. Naruto tattoo here. I've got One Piece on the wall right there. Some Dragon Ball. Attack on Titan's one of my favorites. Oh man, what am I watching now? There's an anime out called Skate the Infinity. It's a skateboard anime. I've never seen a skateboarding anime. It's so dope, man. Kuroko no Basket. It's about basketball. That's one of my favorites.
Whoa.
I've seen so many. I've been meaning to sit down. I've been meaning to sit down and compile a list of every anime I think I've ever seen. It's gonna be quite a while.
A skateboard anime and a basketball anime? I just wrote those down real fast. I want to watch those.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, Skate the Infinity. It's called SK and the number 8. It's only like I think 6 or 7 episodes deep right now. And Kuroko no Basket. That's been over for a few years now. Yeah, it's like people equate it. It's the Dragon Ball Z but with basketball.
Oh, dude.
So, yeah, it's pretty sick.
I want that. You know, since you're a big anime fan and your job as a pro wrestler is to be so huge, how much of does your personal life sort of bleed into your work? You know, you're a huge anime fan. I know you're a huge Metallica fan, and when you come out, your entrance music is Metallica. So
yes,
how much freedom do you get to be? Do you have to get to be yourself when you go out there?
So I've got all the freedom in the world. I can do whatever I want. I'm not pigeonholed to anything, any ideas people give me. I can go out there and I can do what I want. I can be who I want. So the inspiration, obviously, as you were saying, is Metallica, my love for heavy metal. I play that up so much. As you said, my music is Metallica. I have a Metallica tattoo. I wish I had my gear bag with me. I've got a new gear that's got my name on it. And it's in the font of Metallica letters.
Oh shit!
So yeah, that's so really I'm playing it. I'm leaning heavily into my heavy metal side. I've even got the Ghost shirt on. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm leaning into the musical side. Yeah, of my personality.
See, that's rad. I mean, we've all been big Metallica fans since we were kids, and I was gonna bring up. I think you tweeted. Or either you tweeted something or you posted something on Instagram about Ghost, and now you're wearing the shirt and you're like, "Hey, I don't give a fuck. Ghost is fucking sick. What's going on? Why do people hate on Ghost? What's going on?"
Man, I don't know. I don't understand it. I personally don't. I've seen Ghost. I've seen Ghost live three times now, and every single time, man, they fucking just put on such an amazing, tight show, and it's like. They've got everything you want. They're heavy. They've got some slow songs. They've got some. I get it. People equate it to Scooby-Doo chase music, but
I never heard that.
I mean, yeah, Ghost is a band that you can't take them too seriously. You know what I mean? They've got something for everybody. You know, I get a lot of their music pertains to the devil, but I look at them as sort of like a satanic parody band, more so than like a real death metal. We're all about Satan and this kind of stuff. If you want a band that's more chill and relaxed and you don't want to take your music too seriously, hey, Ghost is the band for you, man.
Okay, so maybe Ghost is like they're quite satanic but it's a little more tongue in cheek.
That's exactly what Ghost are. Okay. And they put out some content online because I don't know if you know their story of the band. They have a singer, his name Papa Emeritus, the Pope guy, and then their last album, Prequel, they went from Papa to Cardinal Copia, and he's the front runner to be the next Papa on the next album.
And it is the same guy though.
It's the same guy. Yeah, and they put out such this content online and telling the story of of Cornucopia becoming the next Papa, and it's entertaining. Like, I'm not gonna spoil anything here, but I honestly, it's like 6 or 7 episodes long. Or you can find it on their Facebook or their YouTube channel. It's just entertaining stuff, you know.
Well, I mean, they put a lot of effort into their story and their theme, it seems like. And I don't know why more bands don't do that. And I don't know why everyone's hating on Ghost. If you don't like the music, you don't have to listen to it. I feel like maybe people think they have a certain look about them. They look really metal, like your shirt. It looks like metal as fuck. And then when they turn it on, they might not get like that thing that they're like they thought they were gonna get, so automatically they hate it. But it's like, give it a second, man. Give it a second.
Yeah, let the music take you. That's why I always tell people with when I introduce them to new bands. I say I know at first it seems a little scary, it's a little daunting, it's to listen to at first. This may be out of your wheelhouse, but just give it one song, let the music take you and listen to it.
Yes, take it for what it is.
Don't just hear the music, but listen to the music.
I love that. What are some of the other metal bands that you like?
Let's see, Trivium.
Okay.
I've got a set list on their wall behind me, actually.
Oh shit.
Killswitch Engage. I've seen Killswitch Engage a bunch. Slipknot. I've seen a ton. Gojira. They just put out a new song yesterday. I've seen them quite a few times. Lamb of God.
Fuck.
Hell yeah. And one band. Oh, this next one is gonna stir up a lot of people. Baby metal. I'm really into baby metal.
Joe loves baby metal, right? Joe, you showed us baby metal way back in the day.
Yeah, when that first video came out, man, that was good and it was entertaining. I like watching music videos too, so that's a fun music video to watch. And yeah, I'm surprised they're still out and they're still doing good things, and their band's actually really good.
Yeah, they're so sick live. I've seen them twice. They were at Aftershock last year. That was so fucking cool.
So, do they have a band playing with them, like in the background, and then it's like the 3 girls? Is it 3 girls? I think.
Yeah, it's 3 girls. They do all the singing and the dancing and stuff, and the band is just they're just back there playing. You know, they all wear masks and robes and cloaks and whatnot. No one knows the identities of the band.
It's gotta be your dads.
It's got to be someone very important to them. But yeah, because like baby metal, they're the band or from Japan. I know they do music very differently over there. I know they're presented as it's these are the girls. The girls are the band, and they just have like session musicians backing them in the studio and on tour, that kind of thing.
Okay, so I mean, it's a show. You know what I mean? Like it's half music, but it's also a show. You got to entertain people.
Yeah, and that's what I love about concerts. I miss concerts so much. Bands like Slipknot, they'll give you great music and a great show. Bands like Baby Metal, great music and great show, man. I've seen Metallica a bunch also. Like, just I love it when a band goes above and beyond to entertain the crowd, not just with the music, but with the onstage presence.
Thank you. You hear that, everyone? Metal purists, music purists, just fucking shut up and enjoy the goddamn show. Okay. Yeah, there's I'm sorry, but there's just too many metal. I mean, we've been in metal bands for most of our lives, so there's just too many snobby purists about the whole thing. It's as if they own. Yeah, you don't own anything. You don't own music. Let people play what they want to play. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Had to get that off my chest. So
real quick, shout out to Marco Mania in the chat. I see you, my guy.
There he is, Mark. I was going to say that right now. Marco Mania 51. What's up, dude? Shout out to Cliff Hendrix, straight up. Yeah. What do you say we answer some questions? We got some people sent in some questions here, so let's check it out. We put a call out to the folks yesterday. Said, you got any questions for a real life pro wrestler? We got, let's see, the first question is from Edsy Rhodes. Hi, JP. Joe, it's good to see you back. I missed you, man. Ooh, that was nice of him. Cliff, when you were younger, did you pick a side in the Monday Night Wars? Who was the most over wrestler for you personally in either promotion? I was a big Undertaker mark early on. Ooh, he called himself a mark. First of all, let me ask you a question. First of all, how do you feel about people outside of the wrestling industry using industry terminology like mark and stuff like that?
So me being a little younger, I don't mind it as much. I grew up on the internet, so I kind of see a different side of people using industry terms. I'm not one of these older cats that like, oh, they don't know the business. They don't, they don't know anything about what we do, that kind of thing.
Right.
I'm like, just let them think what they want. If they think they're in the know, we know that they're not. And that's all
Okay,
that's all that matters,
Right.
I don't take it personally. I don't get mad or anything like that. Nah.
So, okay, well, thank you for answering, because I was a little curious about that. But yeah, so you're only 26. I mean, were you there for the Monday Night Wars?
So I was not there for the Monday Night Wars. However, being a wrestling fan, you obviously, learn a lot of things along the way.
Yeah.
Monday Night Wars, obviously, I guess you could say I was a WWE guy because I never watched WCW growing up. I obviously never had the chance to.
Right.
So yeah, I guess that answers that question. And I guess who's the most over for me personally? Oh man, The Rock was my guy as a kid.
Oh, straight up.
The Rock. But now looking back and growing up, and I've got a whole different perspective on wrestling now. Chris Jericho is my guy now.
Hey,
Chris Jericho. Everything that man touches is just gold. Oh, I don't know how he does it, man. I really don't.
Totally, and it's like he keeps redefining his himself, and he keeps proving to us that he can just reinvent himself. It's really crazy.
Yes.
Like, he's had so many different like catchphrase within the last 5 years. It's insane.
And
Do
now
you know how hard it is to get one catchphrase over.
And now his entrance music is over.
Yeah, straight up.
Oh my god, dude! How do you get your entrance song? You get heel or face. You get the entire arena singing your song,
and it's his song too. The Fozzy song. Yeah,
he's got it, man.
Yeah, straight up. Love Chris Jericho. Let's go to another question here. Whoops, pressed the wrong button. I'm still learning how to do this. Let's see here. Cliff, how much current wrestling do you watch every week? This is from Baby Huey. What's up, Baby Huey? Love that guy from 107.7 The Bone and In the Click podcast. Cliff, how much current wrestling do you watch every week?
Current wrestling. So I watch AEW every single week. Okay. I'm an AEW mark. I can't deny that. And realistically, that's the only wrestling I watch weekly, unless I'm searching out clips or matches on YouTube that we share in our group chats at East Bay. Okay. People will post up matches of, hey, check out this guy, or this match was sick, or anything like that. But AEW every single week, I am tuned in. I am locked in. I'm on that side of the Wednesday Night Wars.
Okay. Do you even bother with Raw or SmackDown on Mondays and Fridays?
I can't bring myself to watch Raw or SmackDown anymore.
What's wrong with it? Tell me what's wrong with the product right now.
Me personally, I'm not a fan of a lot of the stories they're telling. I think a lot of what's wrong with WWE is they insult their fans' intelligence by just doing away with certain storylines abruptly, or like going in a different direction so suddenly that like, hey, forget that this happened. Now we're going over here.
Yeah, and so we watched last week. Hello.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the best thing they've got going right now is the Roman Reigns stuff, which I dig quite a bit.
I love the Roman Reigns storyline.
Yes.
My fiance hates Roman Reigns, and I'm like, no, dude, we are watching this Roman segment because he's fucking killing it right now.
Yes. But yeah, and not to say that AEW is perfect either, but I think AEW week to week for me is just a much more enjoyable show. I think what it comes down to is their styles of wrestling are different. Whereas WWE has their style of wrestling, and AEW just allows their guys to go out there and just wrestle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I don't want to give too much away about what happens, but if I understand correctly, I understand the referees in WWE have an earpiece in, and they're kind of talking to the wrestlers constantly. I don't know if AEW does that same practice or not.
I think they do. I haven't paid too close attention. But yeah, the refs in the WWE, they've got the earpiece in. They're telling them, hey, commercial break, or now we're back. 2 minutes left. Go home. This, that, and the other.
And these wrestlers in WWE, they really have no freedom to work the kind of match that they would want to work, right?
Yeah, a lot of them, from what I understand, have an agent, and a lot of their matches are already laid out for them.
I see.
You know, and that's the beauty about indie wrestling is if I got put into a match with whoever, it doesn't matter. They tell us you've got 8 to 10 minutes. You're the first match. Go out there and have a banger, and that's that. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow, that feels good, but it might also be a little nerve wracking too. Damn, I actually got to go and create that banger.
Yeah, it's up to you and your opponent or whoever's in the match with you. You got to go out there any way possible. Go out there and just have the best match possible.
Yeah. So if you, how would you fix WWE if you could? Someone sent us, I think Baby Huey also sent me that same question. But if you could do something to fix WWE's current product, Raw or SmackDown, what would you do?
I think the biggest thing would be to let the wrestlers be themselves, and let the wrestlers just be a little bit more free. Obviously, we've seen wrestlers outside of the WWE space when they're on like podcasts and doing interviews at conventions and stuff, and they're all funny. They've all got senses of humor. They all know just how to talk and interact with fans and each other. But a lot of that doesn't translate to the TV product because a lot of it is so scripted.
Yeah.
So they all kind of get bogged down when we know Roman Reigns is a great talker. But when you're scripting him to say suffering succotash on national television, it's like, oh my God, we know he can talk. We know he's great on the mic, you know. But
you just made the hair on my back stand up a little bit when you did that suffering succotash thing.
It's like where are these great personalities we see off camera? You know, we want that every week. We need that every week.
Yeah, so you think that these guys could be trusted a little more to sort of get their own personalities over with the crowd?
Yeah, and then plenty of people have gotten over on their own. Zack Ryder, you know, he got over through his YouTube series. Yeah. What's his name? Damian Sandow when he was with The Miz as his stunt double. That was great. He got over just by standing ringside and mimicking what The Miz does in the ring. That was awesome.
It was,
Stuff like that. Stuff you wouldn't expect to get over, or stuff that gets over organically. That's the stuff people look for in wrestling, not what you're being told is going to be over. You know, it's what if the fan sees something is cool, you know, hey, let it ride, you know.
How do you feel about their use of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn? Coach Laura here is not happy. She loves Kevin Owens. She loves Sami Zayn, and she feels they're being wasted right now. What's going on?
I'm right there with you. I love me some KO and Sami Zayn, man. NXT, I was like, that night. I still remember that night. Kevin Owens powerbomb Sami Zayn on the apron. That was, I broke my heart.
Yeah,
because I know those guys, man. They can put on some great matches, both of them. Kevin Owens has gotten a little bit more of a rub thing, but Sami Zayn has just been sort of there his entire tenure, and it's unfortunate because we all know he can work. We all know Sami Zayn is the fucking man when he's allowed to be.
And his promos are amazing. It's like they're not even written. I don't think anyone writes. I think he writes his own promos or something because he just goes. He's so good.
Yeah, I love me some Sami Zayn. And Kevin Owens is the man. He's got like some of the best facial expressions I think I've ever seen. Like right. I do love my favorite Kevin Owens one will always be the night he won. I think it's the Universal title. When Triple H came out and pedigreed, I think it was Seth Rollins, and he's got that look on his face like, like that.
Triple H is like, pin him. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I think that was one of the last times I marked out like super hard at WWE. I'm just like, holy shit, this is happening. And Kevin Owens. Like,
and then Goldberg took it away from him in like 10 seconds. So that's some WWE booking for you. But anyway, let's move on. We got another question here. This one, I personally, I'm curious about. Is wrestling gear expensive? That's from Coach Lore. Thank you, Coach Lore, for that question. Is wrestling gear expensive? Ooh. It's very flamboyant. It's huge. Sometimes they're massive pieces of clothing with robes and all sorts of stuff. Does it get expensive?
Yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, it can get pretty pricey. The gear I've got now, I've got 2 sets, and it's just tights and sleeves. That runs me $250. with my guy. Good thing about my guy is he actually lives just up north, about an hour away from me, so I can go to him whenever I want to get patched up and anything fixed up if I need to. Thankfully, I know there's some people.
Is that a problem? Do you get a lot of wardrobe malfunctions, I guess, as you're wrestling?
It can be a problem, especially for newer gear you get brand new. Because sometimes you get measurements, and you're still in the process of like working out, gaining weight, losing weight. So sometimes gear doesn't exactly fit right sometimes. But we've got tailors. You can always take your stuff to a tailor and they can whip it right up for you.
Okay.
But and especially as you wear gear more, obviously wear and tear. The stuff we do these things is not easy on the gear. You're getting bumped around, doing all the flips and taking a lot of punishment. Gear expensive. Yeah, there's some people that also make gear for like a bunch of people. Like there's a lady in Reno, I think her name is Samantha. She makes a couple people's gear at East Bay. But she's also done like higher profile people that that have been on TV and whatnot. I know one girl we've got at East Bay. She gets her gear made from a very high profile person. I forgot whose gear she did. Maybe Will Hobbs. I can't remember. We were just talking about this last night too. Someone on AEW did her gear as well. But yeah, gear is pretty pricey sometimes, especially depending on who you go to. Yeah,
it can get up there, I imagine. When I was a kid, I always just thought that the company provided the wrestler with the with the gear. As I get older, I find out that is not the case. And like people like Bianca Belair, she just won the Women's Royal Rumble. She makes all of her own gear. I found out that's incredible, and she's got something new on every week. I'm like, holy shit, that's the way to go.
Yeah, if you're talented like that, if you can make your own gear, hey man. That'll save you some coin right there.
Yeah, straight up.
And then you start making it for other people. Oh, man. Why even wrestle at that point? Just make gear.
That's the way to go. Oh, man. So, there's not much pro wrestling going on in Northern California right now, as far as I know. I mean, you guys are doing your best to make it happen at East Bay Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
I think you might have touched on this in another interview briefly, but what are your options right now as far as wrestling? Do you feel like at some point you might have to like leave the state or leave the country or anything like that? Like how does your future look for you right now? I know it's uncertain, but what are your options?
Right. Well, right now the only option is to leave the state. As unfortunate as it is, California, one of the few states that aren't allowing gatherings of X amount of people. So you've got to go to Vegas, you've got to go to Arizona, Oregon, Texas, wherever you can get work in.
Have you done any of that?
Yeah, I've certainly tried. I've certainly been getting my miles in over this past couple months. Made my debut at Versus Pro in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
A couple of us. I roll with the crew out here in NorCal called the Conglomerate. Some of us, Juicy, D-Rogue, Midas, Creed, Alpha Zoe, Too Fresh, Surza. A couple of us made the trip out to Vegas, and I know D-Rogue got on FSW, Future Stars of Wrestling.
Oh, sick.
Juicy's been on Future Stars also. Juicy obviously debuted on GCW, so we traveled with him out to Philly. And Alpha Zoe and D-Rogue managed to get on the 24-hour GCW show, so that was good for them.
Yeah, I saw some clips from that.
So it's harder right now. Obviously, you've gotta if you want to get booked, especially if you live here in NorCal or California in general, you've gotta hit the road, hop on a plane, go elsewhere, and it's pretty cool actually because you're meeting a lot of fresh faces, you're networking, making friends, working new people, and that's always exciting is getting to work someone new.
Right. And you'd probably be doing a lot more traveling if the pandemic wasn't happening right now anyway, because it's just what wrestlers do, right?
Yeah, that was one of my big goals last year was to start traveling more. Not so much like break away from East Bay or Wrestling Warzone or whatever, but keep my feet there, but also spread my wings and go elsewhere.
Right.
That way I can, start building my name and my brand and, all that stuff.
And that is the beauty of being an independent contractor. You know, an indie wrestler. You get to go dip your feet somewhere else. That's really cool. Have you wrestled back in Tennessee since you left?
No, I haven't made my way back down south yet. Actually, yeah.
Got to get a show in Tennessee. Is your family still back there?
Yeah, I've still got some family back down there, Tennessee, Mississippi. I got some. One of my uncles is in Atlanta, so.
Okay, you're a Grizzlies. You're a Memphis Grizzlies fan. I know that about you.
I've got some gear in that closet right there, man.
Who are some of your favorite Grizzlies players? Because, man, there have been some. I mean, they don't have any rings, but they have had some amazing players come through Memphis and Vancouver. But who are some of your favorite Grizzlies players?
Oh, always got to start with the Gasol brothers.
Okay.
How and Mark, man. Those are Mark. God, I could sit here ad nauseum and talk about Marc Gasol, man.
He's still doing it too.
Still doing it. Mike Conley. One of the most underrated point guards, criminally underrated point guards for a long time.
Yeah, you said it.
Zebo, man, much love to Zebo. That guy did so much, not just for that franchise, but for the city of Memphis while he was there. Yeah, dude. Wow. Him and his mom was a huge inspiration to him for giving back to the community. Dude gave back a ton to the city of Memphis. He would have food drives and give out backpacks to kids, you know, when school would start, all that stuff. He's just such a humanitarian to that city. It was such a shame to see him leave to go to SAC. But even still, like he really was the heart and soul of that team in that city while he was there. Also, shout out to Tony Allen, first team all defense.
Grit and grind.
Grit and grind. That's the grind father right there, man. Yeah. And now we got Ja Morant running the show down there.
He's so fun to watch, man. Ja Morant, he's amazing, man. That dude can find somebody. He can pass a ball through a fucking brick wall, dude.
Yeah, I've seen that guy make some crazy passes, and God, when Jaren Jackson comes back from injury, man, those two I think are gonna tear it up down in Memphis, man. I can't wait for that to happen.
Well, the Grizzlies, we got to get a ring on these guys one of these days. You know,
one of these days, man. We had a chance. I forgot what year it was. The year they went to the Western Conference Finals against the Spurs.
Yeah.
I forgot. I think they went into that series injured. I can't remember, but they ended up getting swept, unfortunately. But
sad.
Yeah.
Sad. Well. I guess we're not going to see you with any Warriors-inspired gear anytime soon. But I would like to see some. I would like to see some '90s Grizzlies gear on you. That would be, you know, that teal, that bright teal.
Yeah.
I need to see that. I want to see that on you.
They're making a comeback. I spotted a Mike Bibby jersey a few months back.
Baby.
Out at the mall or something. I can't remember. Wow. But I'm definitely trying to get my hands on some old school classic Grizzlies merch, man.
Yeah.
And then I know they're bringing back the Vancouver Grizzlies jerseys for like their throwbacks. They've been wearing those a lot more recently. So,
dude, I love those. So yeah, man. So sanitize what's up with Sanitize 2? Is that begun, or are we how close are we?
So we will be getting a Sanitize 2. We start filming very soon. Don't know when these episodes will be dropping. I have absolutely no clue. It's February. Maybe I would hope to say next month. In all honesty, but I can't be too sure about that. But yes, we do start filming Sanitize 2 very soon. I have no idea what's going to happen. And this isn't me keeping things close to the vest. I genuinely have no clue. What's going to happen. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I don't know what anyone else is going to be doing. It's just, you know, and then it's only the first episode or two. So it's like, you know, things could obviously change, you know, over the course of the storyline. I'm seriously pushing for Sanitize 2 to be released free on YouTube and other platforms. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, it's hard these days to figure out what you should release for free and what you shouldn't, because you want to get eyeballs on the stuff, but at the same time you want to get paid too. So it's kind of tough, right?
Yeah, I think it would probably benefit more to have it put online for free. That way, you've got everyone can get eyes on them and get a little bit more exposure. I know a couple of us have been contacted because of the Sanitize series to go, work in Georgia or Texas or Arizona. Now, just think if you got maybe 3 or 4 requests the first season behind a paywall, just imagine how many requests we would be getting if the show was for free,
Do the math, folks. Come on. All right. Well, hey, we don't know when it's going to start, but eventually there's going to be Sanitized 2. But for now, check out Sanitized 1. They got episodes 1 through 10. Just do a little donation. You're helping out the promotion, and you get some wrestling matches as well, and you can see all of Cliff Hendrix's work there. Big Joe, got anything for Cliff?
I'm ready to buy some Cliff merch, to be completely honest.
What's up with that? Yeah, where's your merch at? Where give us some plugs. Where can we find your merch? Where can we find you?
Man, so I'm working on the Brainbuster tees. Yeah, because that's where everyone's moving over to Brainbuster. I've got shirts with me at all times, like physical shirts on me at all times. So like, if you need a shirt, hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. Shoot me an address. Bang, I'll get it out to you. I may even drive out myself and drop it off.
He dropped it off to my house. I woke up outside at 7:30 in the morning, and there was a package on my front door. It was dope.
Sick, man. Well, we'll get another round of shirts here pretty soon. Make sure you get a double XL for Big Joe there. What size are you, Joe?
Double XL or the triple.
Okay, straight up. Hey,
gotcha.
And
I'm big juicy size, man.
There's my man, Baby Huey, Metallica.
I do love that picture of him standing behind James.
Yeah, it became a meme. Yeah, he was just sharing it. Like it's like a worldwide meme. Like, when you need to get a picture with James Hetfield, no matter what.
Yeah.
And there he is. Yeah, so he kind of turned into a meme. Props to Baby Huey. He needs a shirt. Send him one.
Hey.
Okay.
He knows where my DMs are at.
Straight up. Okay. All right. Well, hey, Cliff, anything else you wanted to add today, man? Anything else you want to plug?
Hey, look, man, thank you guys so much for having me. It was honestly super fun to be on. Sorry it took so long to, get me on here. If you love to have me for a round 2, hey, send me a date. We'll make something happen. You can find me as he just plugged Instagram, yellow_boots1. I've got a Twitter as well. This one's a little bit more complicated. The #1 Yellow Boots. I try to make them all match, but when I was making stuff, all the cool names were taken.
Yeah,
so.
It happens. It happens.
Oh, also, fun fact, real quick, staying on Metallica, real quick. If you guys got some free time, man, I was actually in a Metallica music video. Yeah,
What's
no
this?
shit. Yeah,
What's
I'm dead ass serious. Yeah, it's a video called "Halo on Fire." That was an experience. Yeah, and I kid you. Yeah, you could probably see my forehead in the thumbnail of the video. Yeah.
What are you? I think I do see it.
Yeah,
Well, you know what we have in common with Metallica then, because Cliff Hendrix was also in the ZH video.
He was?
Yeah.
Which video?
The Here's to You video.
Oh, the Here's to You video. Okay. Metallica Halo on Fire. I'm going to mute it so I don't get dinged here. Where are you in this thing? Oh.
Yeah, this is such a cool experience. We filmed this in Oakland at an abandoned train station. It was like not late night, but it was like 8:00 at night. A bunch of us Metallica fans, we're all wearing our tees. We filmed some fight scenes. The band shows up. They start playing. We hear this song, and it's man, we're just there rocking out, having a great fucking time, man. It was such a fucking cool experience, dude.
I remember them doing this. I think one of my friends is in here too, but I totally forgot about it. And you're in this crowd getting down. You're in a Metallica.
Yeah, actually,
was
right
that you? There he was.
I missed it.
Bam.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You realize, man, how many people wish they were in a Metallica video?
Dude, I know, it's crazy. Like how many people can you say are wrestlers, and not only are you a wrestler, you've been in a Metallica music video, man. God damn.
Man. Okay, well, I'm jelly. Let's remove that. Well, shit, man. That's awesome. Hey, how are those Metallica guys? Do you talk to them often?
I wish I could say that I could, man. But yeah, they were super nice that night, man. Like getting to talk to Kirk for a little bit, and Lars and James and Rob, man, they were all so sweet, so super chill, down to earth, man.
Wow.
Like that was we didn't get. I should have sent you a picture. We all took like a group picture together because we couldn't bring our phones in because it was like super low key.
I hear you.
But we all got a group photo in it, and you can spot the band members and you can spot me in there. Like it was so cool.
Just send that picture over anyway. We'll share it on our Instagram. I want to see it.
Hell yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, hey man, that was fantastic. I had such a great time talking with you, Joe. I know I already asked you, but one more time. Anything else for Cliff while he's here?
I just can't wait to go back down and see you wrestle in East Bay, and then let me know when you come up here to Sacramento, because when things open back up, I'm definitely there.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I can't wait for Kraus to be back in California, man. It's going to be such a great time.
Any chance for like an outdoor gig, or is that banned too?
I know nothing about getting an outdoor gig going. However, after that GCW show they did down in SoCal a few months back, man, I would love to do more outdoor shows, especially with the weather we got out here, man. It's especially in the summer. Come on now, it's too perfect outside to not be doing some outdoor stuff, man.
I'm just saying. Let's get the people what they want. Joe wants to see you guys live. God damn it! So let's get some outdoor shows going on.
Most def.
Hey, Cliff, man, this was so fun. Thank you so much for joining us today. Folks, everybody check out East Bay Pro Wrestling. Check out Cliff's Instagram. Check out his videos on YouTube. And definitely check out Sanitized, episodes 1 through 10, available from East Bay Pro Wrestling. So, Cliff, have a great day, man, and we'll see you next time. And by the way, the chair is always open, man. Come back anytime.
Awesome. Hey, thank you, guys. I appreciate it. It was just so much fun.
Hell yeah. Later, Cliff. What a guy.
What a nice guy.
What a guy. What a nice guy. What a guy. There's no... I love the feeling of ending an interview, and the only thing in my head is, what a nice guy.
What if he wasn't a nice guy? He'd be the bad guy then.
He'd be the bad guy, Chico.
He definitely is a good guy in the wrestling matches. I'd say he's probably, like I said, one of my favorites.
Well, I mean, look at him. He's got, he comes out, Metallica's playing. He's just a fun-looking dude. He's a super athletic guy. He's going to get over. People are going to like him. Kids are going to like him. Adults are going to like him. I had a great time.
I love it.
I hope I didn't come off like too much of a noob. I didn't want to ask any silly questions. I didn't want to ask any dumb questions.
I think they were all great questions.
Okay. I'm trying to walk the line here because I was
intrigued. I was like, Jake, good point there.
Yeah, but I do want to walk the line. I don't want to give anything away. I don't want to give any of the magic away. But at the same time, I want to be real, and I want Cliff to have an opportunity to be real with us. So it was a great interview. I had a great time. And thank you, Joe, for hooking this up. You are our chief guest booker. You know how to bring people into the show. So I really, really appreciate it, because that was a hell of a get. That was a fun interview.
And hopefully we'll have him back. Hopefully we get some more wrestlers on there. I know that with him on here, we had a couple in the chat. There's people that other wrestlers, like I believe it was, I can't remember honestly who was sharing our flyers on their Instagrams too, about today's show.
That means so much to me, man.
I thought that was really cool. Their community, just like the metal community, especially when we get support from our friends, it seems like it's the same kind of thing. You might have your rivalries and your friendships, but they're all out there to perform and to deliver us a product. That's one of the main things. What got me into playing music. It's not because I do absolutely love music and I'm obsessed with it, but it's the actual performance part, being on stage. That's why I became a musician. Is
well
actually
said.
being on stage.
Yeah, well said. Got some comments here. Baby Huey's back. Can I be his manager? Ooh,
dude, I'd love to see that.
Actually, that would be sick, because Baby Huey's not a small guy, and usually the managers are like small. Baby Huey's tall.
Taller than me, man.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine having like a manager that was hella fucking big, as opposed to like your Bobby the Brain Heenan, where he's a little short guy. That'd be fucking sick.
Bobby the Brain.
Coach Laura is here. Can I pay for a lesson? I don't know. DM him. DM Cliff. when the pandemic is over, of course. Of course. Great episode, guys. Thank you. Have you met Ted? Appreciate that. Support the indie scene. Straight up. Straight up. That's in any walk of business, okay? Is that a term? Walk of business? I meant to do walk of life sort of thing, but I said walk of business. That's not a thing.
I like your style.
Thank you. But you know what I'm saying, okay?
Oh, dude.
Support the indie scene. What a guy. Nick Gomez, how's it going? Straight up. What a guy. That's what I said. What a nice guy. That's what I said, Coach Lore. Straight up. Now Coach Lore says, I want to be his manager. Now there's 2 people that want to be the manager. Oh,
That'd be a good manager team. Cliff coming out with Coach Lore and Baby Huey.
Wow. Like a faction.
Dude, at the same time.
It's like DX. The original DX with Rick Rude and China. I guess Coach Lore can be China and Baby Huey could be Rick Rude. They scratched the Rick Rude thing really fast. I think he left for WCW. Anyway. Anyway, enough wrestling shit. I'm just talking about 90s wrestling, has nothing to do with our guest. But anyway, I had a great time. I just love talking about wrestling. I don't know if our viewers particularly enjoy that. I hope they do, but I don't really care because I could talk about wrestling all day. Remember a couple episodes back, we talked for about 10 minutes about how you met The Rock.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We got to meet The Rock and Hayward.
Yeah, I wish I had that picture handy, but
I have it somewhere.
I think we did this last time too. You're like, wait, hold on, and then you gave me the picture. But yeah, Rock was huge at that time too. So yeah, you caught him in a good period. So what else is going on in life, Joe? We have another show next Thursday.
We do.
We'll talk about that as the week goes on. Joe, you've been working at a prison or a jail.
I've been working at the local jail up here.
Yes. Tell me how that's been going, man.
You know, it has its ups and downs and a little bit of drama, but you know what? I actually really enjoy it. I get a lot of time working by myself, and what I do is I run the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So, working at my pizza restaurant for 20 years definitely translates. And without giving any real information, I work with inmates about half the day.
And these are guys that are on that are attempting to sort of go on a good behavior program, so they're in the kitchen sort of working alongside you?
Yeah, so these guys are the dudes that are going to be getting out soon that have good behavior, that 8 hours of like a full day of work will translate into a day off of their sentence. But you still got to keep your guard up. I don't feel that I'm in danger. It was definitely very interesting trying to learn the job and then pay attention to your surroundings at the same time, because there is you got to watch your back. I describe it as working with little kids or having little kids. If you put down a $20 bill on your desk or on the table and walk away from it, somebody's going to take it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, you just can't do things like that. Like they're just like,
okay.
They're like little kids. You can't leave something laying around. You can't play with your phone. You can't put your phone down or they're going to find it,
Yeah. And then sometimes they have left their Legos on the floor and then you step on them.
Exactly. And then I'm like, guys, are you going to clean up your Legos? Are you going to, go wash dishes? But I can tell you it's all been really positive. The hardest thing is you can't really get personal with the guys. So you might end up liking some of the dudes.
That's what they want.
Well, no, that's what it is too. They want you to get good, and then they try to figure out a way to get stuff from you, to get you to bring things in.
Yeah. I would do the same thing.
They have all day just to think about it, so what, it's honestly a lot of fun. That portion keeps the job fresh. Always just like, when you're doing your day-to-day routine, I mean, my day is really scheduled. And I have to keep a timeline, and I'm doing, just going, everything's scheduled, and it's got to fall down like dominoes. And always remembering to like, hey, you got guys over there, and they just, every time they make a noise, you go check on them, like, hey, why are you guys laughing so much over here? Like, what are you guys doing? You guys getting your stuff done? We got 20 minutes. Let's go.
I love to hear your jail stories, because they're just a little. They're just. I feel like you're in a situation where your stories are just spicy enough, but not too dangerous. I have a friend, Trejo. Shout out to the Trejo and Peeps podcast. Everybody's got a podcast now, but my friend Trejo's got Trejo and Peeps podcast. It's pretty cool. Anyway, he's a prison guard. I don't speak to him too often, but when I do not ask him about his job because I don't want to know what happened at his work. He's a guard. You know what I mean? He's a big boy, and he's a fucking blue belt in jiu-jitsu, and he can fuck up anybody in that jail, no doubt. But I don't want to know his stories. I don't want to know what he saw. But I'm like, hey, what did you cook yesterday? How was
the last
food?
thing I cooked was sloppy joes and seasoned tater tots, and I built a nice, beautiful salad bar.
Wow. Oh, and salad bars. The salad bar at Pizza Pirate was legendary.
It was, and it's it's only half the salad bar, so it's so easy. It's
okay.
And I have potential to work up towards management.
Okay.
Which that's kind of what I was looking for. Like, I didn't want to jump into some manager job right away, even though I still am in a manager job and I work by myself probably about 90% of the day, 80% of the day. But I could be, in the next coming years, be finding myself in front of a desk and being able to transfer. I would really like to get up to Portland,
I have a question, Joe. Hi. So what is the policy on seconds? Like, if a guy wants seconds, if he wants another plate of food, what's the policy?
So pretty much, it's all tray. It's all tray lunches and sack lunches and
right.
dinner.
So whatever, you fill the guy's tray and give it to him, right? And then he finishes it. Can he go up and be like, give me some more?
It's not like how you've seen it, like on Blood In and Blood Out, with the last pork chop,
That was what I was imagining. Yeah.
So that would be maybe more like prison.
Okay.
There's one of the jails that is a lot of inmates, up to like 20. You got them all walking around you, but this is more run by us, and other people, and then 3 to 4 to 5 inmates. And so you got a bag and you got a tray that we saran wrap, we seal, and we cook them off in the oven, and then they get sent to you.
Oh. Okay, that's not what I was expecting. I was expecting the lunch line.
I'm not sitting there with the hairnet and a beer net, slopping it on the people's lunch.
Oh, lunch lady.
Yeah. So, but even though I would be interested in doing that, that'd be actually kind of fun. But the most I do is just like if somebody didn't get something, then you go give them you go give a guard another bag.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. So it's not too up close and personal. You're not going to have to give anyone a Cliff Hendrix swanton bomb if they get out of line. No,
unless they want to. Never mind. I'm not going to go there.
I'm sure it's some kind of gross prison joke, but we don't. No, it's not that kind of show.
Prison jokes.
It's not that kind of show. All right. Well, I'm always excited to hear about your adventures in jail. So. I hope you don't have any crazy stories. I don't want any crazy stories. Okay, but
I try to behave myself. There's this one kitchen that I was training in, and at the end of the day, everyone goes home, and it's real echoey in there, and there's only like 4 people left, and I like to yell out, "Mama," and so I discovered the room that I'm working in, you can't hear outside, so I'm like yelling, and you can't hear. This is a locked kitchen where we make the officers food. So like only certain people are allowed in here. No inmates are allowed in there. It's all secure.
And you're by yourself in there.
Yeah, but I'm surrounded by windows, so if someone was in there. So anyways, I walked out the door and I just yelled, "Mama," and it echoed through the whole thing. And I see like the main office, like a couple heads pop up and they're looking around, and I could tell they're looking for an inmate that shouldn't be in there, like yelling "Mama."
Yeah, because no way that new guy we hired, that new 6'6" guy with the huge beard, is going "Mama," right?
And I'm in there chopping veggies and like looking around too. What the fuck was that? So, but no, with the beard, I mear a beard net. I tuck my beard in, and this is I mean, of course, I just cut it. I actually cut it because I have to wear the mask, and like it was all going.
I see.
It was going crazy.
Well, as I've said, with the beard in your shirt like that, you look like a regular upstanding fella. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's too real.
And man, love that Cliff Burton in space shirt. Anyway, so Joe, let's if you don't mind, let's keep the crazy stories to a minimum, and let's keep them all boring. Okay, I love you. I want to keep you around for a while. I want to hear only boring stories from prison. Okay, or jail, not prison. There's a big difference.
I think it's just a matter of time and security.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
So, but I mean, like I said, I feel safe. The only time I don't feel safe is like the fire alarm went off the other day.
Oh,
I was like, "What alarm is that? Like, what?
Where do I run?
Are you locked down? No. Oh, fire alarm. Someone pulled it. Cool. Yeah, whatever.
Oh, fire. No big deal.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Well, hey Joe, I had a great time on the show today.
Dude.
Anything else you want to add? Is there anything you wanted to plug this week? Got anything going on with your band Violation Wound or the Big Blind?
Other than that, me and the Violation Wound guys next month are getting back together to start creating some fire. Our goal is to build up and deliver something a little different, a little new.
Okay.
I feel like, and the guys kind of agree that we've definitely stumbled across our sound. And
stumbled across it.
Yeah, we drunkenly fell into it.
Yeah.
Our first couple albums kind of sound, but I'd say our last two albums, especially the ones that were on Peaceville, that's our sound. Like the last two guys recording us definitely were able to capture our live present sound.
That's it.
And so we're thinking of ways to deliver something fresh, something not so much fresh, but something just new and different. And so you're not going like, man, that's what I expected from them. Cool, whatever. Like we're not that band yet.
They were just.
We want to get out something new. We're working on our stuff.
Well, that's smart because the minute you keep releasing something that they're expecting of you is when they go, "Oh my God, another record."
Yeah.
I just read an article about the new Foo Fighters record, and they're just like, Jesus Christ, how many of these Foo Fighter records are you guys gonna make? What I mean? That's fucked up.
Some bands you like it though, but yeah, like the Foo Fighters, I don't know. But I can tell you, every time like Motorhead put out a new album, they went in there and that you knew that they were going to deliver the goods. Right. So some bands I would like to hear. I mean, other bands you're like, the Foo Fighters. I don't know.
I love Dave Grohl.
Offspring's putting out a new album. I don't really.
Oh, really? Is that true?
I believe that they're working on something.
Oh.
Or thinking about working on something. However, Blabbermouth would post it.
Yeah. Wow, the Offspring.
I know they're still going kicking.
Okay.
I wonder what now I want to know, which I'm not going to pay for it or buy it, but I want to see what John Schaefer's from Ice Earth's next step's going to be.
Well, I did read right when we ended the show last week. I did read that the rest of his band hit the eject button. So.
Oh, I would too.
They all said they definitely all called each other because they said the same thing. They were like, I have informed John and our management that I am no longer a part of Ice. They all said the exact same thing. They called each other.
John's in jail. So so I left John a voicemail and then I called our management.
How did they notify John? That's what I went through a letter.
You got a call from inmate John Schaefer. Yes, accept. Hey, I fucking quit, you bitch. Click.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there was some new footage of him.
I know.
That came out too, and he's just raging. That picture where he's like, there's the footage of that picture. It's like really funny. Well, not funny, but it's really, man. Yeah, funny was definitely not the right word, but it's definitely strange seeing.
It
John
is kind
Schaefer
of
there.
Funny, but the guy, I don't know.
A guy died. A guy died in there. A police officer died. It's not funny. Those dudes went and killed a guy, and John Schaefer was a part of that mob, so it's definitely not funny.
The serious thing that would happen, I think we're trying to cope with. I know I was an Ice Earth fan. We were talking about, I believe in the show, seeing them live, One of my favorite bass players played on an album with his Horror Show in 98, 99.
Yeah.
And I still love that album. Now, should I listen to that? Like, I'm influenced like heavily by those bass lines.
You're like, do I listen to it? Not in public.
I'm not gonna tell you about it.
Yeah.
Or do I take it and throw it out to out into the freeway? I don't live next to a freeway anymore, but I would have.
I will say I think the rest of those band members took a little too long to hit the eject button. I would have done it a little sooner, but I'm glad they all.
What the Blind Guardian singer, he did it like a couple weeks ago.
Did he distance himself from John Schaefer? I was curious about that.
Yeah, they said, I never read anything, but they said in the articles with like Stu and the bass player and whoever else, there was 2 different ones, and I read them both. But they said that Hansi quit the band, and even Century Media has taken both of those bands off of their roster list on their website.
Oof. Hansi's like, me? No, I'm not in that band. Like,
yeah, right. But also look at like his brother-in-law, singer. One of the singers was Matt. He's a police officer.
Is he a brother-in-law to John Schaefer?
Yeah, he's married to John Schaefer's sister.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if he still is currently. I mean, I'm not that up to date, but that was my understanding.
I wonder if that was awkward ever, being in a bandmate with a guy that's married to your sister. How did it start? How did it start? That's what I want to know.
Maybe like, hey, like we got band practice today. I brought my hot sister.
Was it like Ross in Friends when he finds out Chandler is dating Monica? He's like, my best friend and my sister. My best friend and my sister. Anyway, well, shout out to those guys in Iced Earth. They did the right thing. They said, shout out to those guys out of Iced Earth.
To see a band with those guys and just replace Schaefer. Fuck it.
Yeah, but who can gallop that fast?
Let's get James Hetfield and Matt Pike on there.
James Hetfield. I was just practicing guitar and I was playing Master of Puppets, and oh my god, I challenge any guitar player to play along with the CD Master of Puppets. The song, good fucking luck. Man. Good luck. You will get tired after 30 seconds.
I was just listening to Injustice for All.
Thank you, AJ2K. That was literally the first time I've ever tried it, but thank you.
JP's good at impressions, man.
I can do all the friends, even the 3 female friends. I can do them all.
All right, I want to see Phoebe.
Okay, let me. No, I can't do it.
And scene.
Yeah, I'm not that good. I can't just. Whoo.
All right, next week we'll have a Phoebe segment.
Okay, yeah, I'll work on my Phoebe impression. I can do it next week.
The top 10 Phoebe lines, we want to see JP do them.
Yeah, I can do some impression. I can do Edward James Olmos. You want to hear my Edward James Olmos?
Who is that? Edward James Olmos. That's
It's the dad from Selena.
Battlestar Galactica?
No, have you seen Selena?
I've never seen it all the way.
Get out of here! Oh my god!
I've only seen Blood In and Blood Out. I'm sorry. Yeah, Battlestar.
Was he in Battlestar?
The show that matters is Battlestar.
Okay, well, I'm all mad because you haven't seen Selena, but I haven't seen Battlestar Galactica, so I guess I should chill. I guess I should fucking chill.
Chill the fuck out, man.
But I love Edward James Olmos in Selena because he goes, "It's a bra."
All right.
He's mad because his wife is going, "No, it's not a bra, it's a bustier," and he goes, "No, it's a bra."
Did he have just a mustache?
Yeah, he had a great mustache in that film. Stand and Deliver. Thank you, Nick Gomez. That's probably his most famous role. We got to teach these kids calculus. Anyway, so Joe, it's been a great, fun show. I know I've been rambling and doing bad impressions for the last few minutes, but it's time to say goodbye. Joe, Violation Wound. Got some new stuff coming up. I'm excited about that. Anything else?
I'm just working on. I'm trying to work on my own stuff. Again, my personal goal is for this year is to be in the studio 5 times.
Huge. It's a huge goal. I'd love to see it.
Well, what did I do last year? I sat on my ass, watched TV, hung out with you guys and talked with some great people on this show. And
I was going to say, we started a show together. I mean, it's no small thing.
Well, we got to put out an album, and that will be, if we put out a Christmas album, maybe a live album in the studio.
Yes.
Then let's do it.
Sounds good. Now's the time to start working on it because it might take the whole year.
I know it.
All right. Well, Joe, it's been a great time. As I always say, it's been a great time. Thanks to Cliff Hendrix for joining us today. Everybody check out Cliff Hendrix. Check out East Bay Pro Wrestling. Go support local wrestling. Go support local things.
It's out there.
You see
local
me doing
wrestling.
this. I was naming off things, but I wasn't changing the digit. I was just going 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't do that. Come on, Corona. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Corona for myself.
All right. Well, hey, folks, thanks for watching. As you know, now we are on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday morning. You can find all of our back episodes on YouTube. You could probably see them on Facebook too, but it's not as enjoyable on Facebook. Go on YouTube. Check out our old episodes. Check out the Baby Huey episode. We talked some wrestling in that one briefly. It was great fun. Check out the Henry Montoya episode of Henry from Witch Haven. We talked some pro wrestling in that one too. So if you dig that stuff, check us, baby. Also, if you have any questions, you have anything you want to send us, please send it over to morningaftertv@gmail.com. You can send pictures or videos, something that you might think we would be interested in. Go ahead, send it over. We'll check it out on the show. And that's about it for me. And Joe, check us out next week, Thursday, 10 a.m. right here at twitch.tv/YoungPopeTV. It's been a great time. So bye, everyone. Say goodbye, Joe. There it is.
Goodbye, Joe.